Hey everyone, it's been a while. I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, a friend of mine said, hey, is it going to snow? To be honest, I haven't really paid attention a whole lot and just kind of glanced at things earlier this evening. I'm like, that looks a little interesting. Oh, that looks interesting. And I remembered back to 2014 when we had that record snow of 7 inches in Boise. And this pattern was very similar. So here's the way things kind of shake down as we take a look at some snow that'll be coming through the Treasure Valley overnight tonight into Sunday morning. Temperatures are going to be cold enough so those bridges and overpasses, at the very least, will be very icy if you're traveling on the roads. And the best chances for heavy to moderate snow, of course, will be in the mountains. However, that doesn't mean that the roadways could become a little slick around maybe north end areas in the upper elevations, just around 3,500 feet of snow around Boise. So that's where we have to look out for some of the heavier snows. One of the things that I'm concerned about is East Boise heading down towards Mountain Home. Don't be surprised to see some accumulations in the 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch range in some of these areas. So Treasure Valley snow forecast from the Weather Show. We are looking at a pretty good storm system that is kind of spinning across the northwest. There's 2 areas of low pressure, and the one coming in around just south of Portland in Oregon is going to anchor things and allow the one that's over southern Idaho to pinwheel back in towards the Boise area and the foothills. We can see a lot of precipitation and moisture being drawn into the northwest, pinwheeling right over southwest Idaho, where we'll see heavy precipitation. Now, the question is, will there be enough wind with the warm kind of ground to alleviate some of the heavy snowfall accumulation in the Treasure Valley? That's a real good possibility. But check this out, this computer forecast model. You can see that we're looking at, on the bottom end of the scale, a dusting to maybe 1/10 of an inch from the Meridian area, maybe around Nampa east, and then in the north end of Boise, up around Eagle, back over in eastern and northeastern areas of Ada County, down towards Elmore County, some of those greens and yellows start popping up. This is why I'm a little concerned. As we zoom in, notice it's a nice little powder blue area coming around Boise, which is the dot, and going over in East Boise and back up into the northeast, just north up there, and the foothills going towards Bogus Basin Road, 55. You see some 6 to 8 inch totals, and some up around 10 inches up there on Bogus Basin. So there will be a tremendous amount of snowfall that will be coming on in through the area around Lucky Peak, going on back up into the higher elevations. But, that 1 to 2 to 3 inch snowfall line is down on some floors of the Treasure Valley, especially in East Boise, heading down towards Mountain Home, and then as you go up north, up into the foothills. That's where we're seeing some problems as far as snowfall accumulations. Because of the pinwheel action and the setup of the storm, the Oahe Mountains getting it, very little along the Snake River Valley. And then back in eastern areas of Oregon, a lot of wind, some snow popping out. But again, with the ground being wet, not a lot of heavy accumulation in these areas. But as we come up in elevation, around 2,800 feet and higher, that's when we'll see some snow on the grassy areas at least. And some areas could get 1 to 3 inches on the north end, around Eagle, back up towards Hill Road, for sure, getting maybe even 2 to 4 inches in those areas. So this is going to be a pretty good snowmaker for some areas of the Treasure Valley, especially as we come on down in towards the Magic Valley area. You can see numerous areas of snow going on across the mountains, back over towards Yellowstone, and back if you're traveling down towards Salt Lake City. Roads are going to be slick, especially those bridges and overpasses. Going in towards tomorrow morning, a lot of moisture on the roads, cold air already in before midnight, down below freezing in some areas already. The wind will help a drying process. That's always a good thing with us, the northwest wind coming on in. But be careful for slick conditions, especially with the leaves out there, making walkways and all that very, very slippery. And those things tend to freeze a little quicker too. So that is the way things look here in the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube. Be safe out there on the roadway. It's a fun, fresh snowfall, though. The first time we've seen something like this early on in November. Again, it was back in the 14th, I believe, 13th, 14th of November 2014. We had that record-setting snow in Boise. Don't see us breaking a record here, but it wouldn't surprise me to see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches on the ground in some of the grassy areas, and some areas even getting a little bit more than that going into early Sunday morning.